For the uninitiated, DMT, or dimethyltryptamine, is one of the most powerful psychedelic substances known to man. It exists in almost all plants and animals as a neurotransmitter. It causes hallucinations, out-of-body experience, and can cause you to feel like you're in another dimension or reality entirely, interacting with unknown entities and beings. It has been used for thousands of years by shamans and spiritual leaders and healers. It is most commonly known in the form of ayahuasca, a special brew used by Amazon tribes to communicate with the spirit realm. In recent times, it has become popular to travel to the Amazon and seek out medicine men or shamans that can offer an ayahuasca ceremony in order for the seeker to hopefully have a spiritual awakening or experience. This has become especially popular in the tech industry in Silicon Valley. It has been known since 2013 that tiny amounts of DMT are produced in the brains of lab rats. This discovery was made by Associate Professor of Molecular and Integrative Physiology, Jimo Borjigin, University of Michigan. The method used to make this discovery was called microdialysis tubing, a process which involves inserting a tiny tube into the lab rat's brain, running through the pineal gland, and collecting samples to find the presence of DMT. After confirming the presence of DMT, Professor Borjigin was still not satisfied and wanted to know where and how within the lab rat's brain that DMT was being synthesized. This led to further experiments performed with graduate student John Dean, lead author of the paper recently published confirming the widespread presence of DMT within the brains of lab rats. The paper was published in the journal Scientific Reports on June 27, 2019. The team describes using a process called situ hybridization. This process uses a labeled strand of DNA to localize a specific RNA sequence in a given tissue section. Using this technique, the team was able to locate neurons containing the two enzymes required to synthesize DMT. These enzymes were not only located in the pineal gland, but in the neocortex and hippocampus as well, parts of the brain which are essential for higher order brain functions such as learning and memory. The team's work also revealed that DMT levels in the brains of the lab rats also seemed to spike during episodes of cardiac arrest. This goes hand in hand with the paper published in the UK in 2018, which theorizes that DMT is produced naturally by the brain during near-death experiences. During such experiences, people have reported the same feelings of transcendence, out-of-body experience, and interacting with entities in which they describe as angels or demons. Professor Borjigin hopes to further experiment in order to discover the true function of naturally occurring DMT in the brain, stating that, quote, "We don't know what it's doing in the brain. All we're saying is that we discover neurons which make this chemical in the brain, and they do so at levels similar to other monoamine neurotransmitters," unquote. In many different cultures throughout history, the pineal gland has been thought to be the seat of the soul, a third eye which can be opened to see a whole new realm of possibility through spirituality and maybe even alternate planes of reality. Maybe there is indeed substance to these legends after all. It is only when we open our minds to the possibilities of having evolved a built-in biological function that can trigger a spiritual experience that we can start to see answers. And it's cold hard science like the experiments done by Professor Borjigin and John Dean that are going to bring us ever closer to the truth. This is Duality Productions. If you like what you hear, please click like or subscribe and show us some support. Thanks again for watching.